Good morning. Are we there? Hello? Can you see nothing? Nothing at all. Right, let's try that. Oh. There we go. Oh, right. Let me just check that you guys can hear me. Yeah, it might do. It's just been updated. This is West Cornwall Local. We've got a mail train to Paddington. Yes. Oh dear. Right. Let me just double check something, guys. Because one of my lovely subscribers on YouTube reported a problem with the sound being out of sync. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we have got normal service resumed. So, update has dropped. For those of you that had it already, if you didn't have it, it's now available on your relevant marketplace of choice. And this is West Cornwall Local. Right, so first of all, we are in a Class 47. There's the back of our train. It doesn't have a flashing red tail light. Matt! Don't know how many times I have to tell you this. Need a red tail light on the rear. Ooh, up to your buns in Excel. Lovely. Right, so let's get this show on the road. I'm not rushing as we are a Class 1. Right, we are in air brake passenger mode. Now, if memory serves me correctly, these wagons are dual braked and dual heated. So, we don't need to mess around with that. Just need to unisolate that. Just give myself some light here. Right, air pass, lovely jubbly. Right, well, we'll just leave that on for a moment. Get some cab sounds in. Master key on. Get that where we want it. Oh dear. Don't want our tail lights on. Right, we have an alarm. Oh dear. And that'll be that we're in emergency brakes. So what we will do, we'll just put the straight air on. So we've still got the road. Signal is still good. Handbrake is released. Now, I can't remember if that needs to be on or off. Let's just take that out a minute. So, build up our brake pressure. Alright, let's get going. Get these letters up to London. Bit more throttle required. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so this is part of the update. So these loco hauled services are new. Well, not new. You need the Northern Transpennine and the BR Heavy Freight Pack to add them to your West Cornwall Local, but my God, these do look good. Might have to stage the Great Train Robbery. Although it didn't happen on the West Cornwall Local route, but as you can see, there's a 150 waiting to come in. Right, so we will just release just overcharge our brakes briefly. Still holding a little bit in the chamber. But yeah, this now looks busy. That's just over there in the siding. Probably waiting to go back into the station after we've left. He's in a head shunt there, I think. Yeah, so he's just waiting. He's under power. Oh, good. Yeah, brakes are working, so we'll release those again. Right, we're good to go. We're out of the limiter shunt. Oh, don't tell the COP26 people about that clag. A bit smoky. Right, we're really open it up now as we're up to 70 mile an hour. Little toot to our colleague there in the rail freight. Oh, I'm guessing it's quite loud, the game, so let me just turn that down a bit for you all. There we go. So we've done our running brake test. We are good to go. We're just... Yeah, there's a lot more variety now on this route with the addition of these extra layers. Thanks to Tailgates for giving us a little bit extra. There's a few more mail trains over there on the sidings. 37 there. Turbines. Right, as we head on to the up. Line speed of 75 now. Everything running tickety-boo. Hopefully Sharky's got the hot plate on. He's making us a brew. So we're taking this mail train from Penzance to St Austell, which is the route limit, and then it'll carry on its own to Paddington. Well, you didn't make me one. Get out. Rude. Right, so we're just going to throttle back a little bit now as we're approaching 70 mile an hour. We are climbing uphill. So we will probably just start to lose a little bit of speed, but just want to make sure we're not over speeding. But this is a vast improvement to what I experienced the other day. Anybody that hasn't seen it, it's in the past broadcast. Go take a look. But yeah, the route's nice. I think been a little bit more populated with trees as well, from memory. And I'm only going to be doing this one run, guys, because I have got work today. Got to go and drive proper trains. So it doesn't look like we've got any mailbags in here. So but again, the coaches look good. And like I say, they're from a pack I already have. Sorry, Sharky, I can't really play this while I'm driving the train. It gets frowned upon. But yes, I'll be on the intermodals today. Up to Birmingham from Wembley and back again. Right, we are 1.8 miles roughly from a 45, so we will just shut the throttle off. Just put the brakes in. Just into initial, just give them a gentle little rub. Whoa. Whoa. Ooh. Oh, blimey. It's not the best camera angle to be in that part of the map. Apply a bit more brake because we're not really slowing down at the moment. Now in reality these locos would have been driven with somebody sat next to the driver at this period of time, and that's mainly because we're on semaphore signalling, just so that there was a second pair of eyes watching what was going on, and also to make the tea, which Sharky can't do. He only makes it for himself, which I personally find completely unacceptable for a trainee. But yeah, this feels really good. I'm really liking this edition. Oh, we're going uphill again now, so we'll just get some power on as the bridge decapitates us. Slightly work-worn Class 47. Now you can choose the Class 40 or the Class 45 as well for these runs. You've got passenger services as well that you can do. Oh. Absolute filth. I know the purists out there say that this doesn't sound like 47, but I heard one the other morning at Dunning, and it sounded very similar to this throaty roar. Put the window up. Oh, it's either open or closed on this one, isn't it? Yeah, we're going to be slightly late, but we're not really timed as a mail train. Yeah, we've got timings to go through places, but it's not like we're holding anything up as such. If we look at the map, there is no trains behind us at the moment. Whoa. What's happened there? Oh, the throttle just died. It's a bit peculiar. taking my foot off the DVT, or the DVP, the dead man's pedal. Right, so we've got 50 coming up, but because we lost all that speed there where the throttle died, a lovely autumnal morning on this route for this drive. Quite a lot of mail carriages. Still getting a few issues with the cabs de-resin, but it's nowhere near as bad as it has been. Right, 50 mile an hour is our next speed limit. We're under that at the moment coming up this hill. Everything looks good. All the pressures are good. Power's good. Power's in the yellow, so side shots. Oh, it does look very nice. So we've got half a mile to our 50 now. Still climbing up the incline, so we'll keep the power in. There we go, just powering past Wolfman's farm there. If he's online at the moment streaming anything. Alright, there we go, we're at 50, so we will just throttle ourselves back a little bit on the old power, and we're now going downhill. That's why there's a 50, so we'll just rub our brakes. It's a downhill curve. While we've had the speed restriction. There's the 60 board, nice and visible, so we will just apply a little bit of throttle, just warm the old engine back up. Half power. Now let's open her back up for the climb. There is one coming up in a minute as we go across this viaduct. If anybody's got any questions or queries, please fire them into chat and I will do my best to answer them. green signal up ahead. With 1 Alpha 01, first train of the morning in theory, to Echo. And it's a mail train to Paddington from Penzance. So we're only going as far as Borstal, which is 15 miles up the railway. Ah, look, there's a train spotter on the bridge. And a signal box. Crossing keepers. Box, I believe. .47550, the traction. Today's jaunt up the West Cornwall Local route. And again, this is part of the re-released version, which has just dropped today. It's local for you guys. I did have it on release day on Xbox. The update didn't drop for me because I would have done one of these for you last night. So yeah, you need the Northern Transpennine and the BR Heavy Freight Pack for the full access to the layers. The standard route does come with a class 150 and a class 37.5/6, depending on the build of the loco you've got. Some turbots, some sea cows, and the interesting thing about them is that they are vacuum braked, so they behave slightly different to these dual braked passengers, or these dual braked mail wagons. You can actually put them in vacuum or air braking and they work, whereas the Mark II passenger carriages will only work in air. A large YouTube streamer couldn't figure out what had gone wrong with his stream yesterday, but he was trying to pull the wagons in vacuum brakes, so in theory he was just pulling the wagons along the rail with their brakes on, which is not what you want to do, really. Makes for a lot of bang, 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 bang on the railhead. Right, we have got a mile and a bit to a 40. So as we're going downhill, we will pop our brakes into initial. And a little bit more. So we want to see some brakes going on the bogies there. Main res pressure's good. Brake pipe's good there. Surprised we didn't get an AWS there for that speed restriction. Let's just scrub that last bit of speed off. I believe it's just beyond the bridge. There we go, climbing uphill, so we will wind it right open as we've lost far too much speed. So we're still on the 40. .12 miles to St Austell. come through this delightfully pleasant station. Right, there's a 70 board. Don't know why it's a small reminder board, because it's actually a change. Right, so once our backside is past it, we'll open it up. There we go. Away we go. Does look good, this route. Now it's just been cleaned up a little bit. That's a bit of a big goal for a back garden though there. It's at 60, 2 miles to our 55. Still going to maintain full throttle. Oh, there's a farmer's sheep field over there. Some more, oh, there's some cows. You can see a little bit of everything on this route. Apart from a restrictive aspect signal. I haven't seen one of them yet on this run. Right, there we go. So 70. Throttle off and coast. Again, we are going down the gradient. So give our brakes a little bit of a rub. So as you can see, the brakes are just holding us now at 70, so we will apply 20% of the driver's brake. To bring us down to our required 55. So there's the 55 warning board, which we've now gone under. I always like to do that and then start to power up towards my speed limits. I do the same in real life, and the reason why I do that is because more often than not you get better traction when you go from a lower speed trying to achieve a higher speed. Whereas if I maintained the 55, I'm then just coasting, whereas at the other end there's going to be an increase in speed, so I'd rather be accelerating through the speed limit so that I actually achieve my top speed again quicker. I know it sounds a little bit, that doesn't make any sense, but when you're actually pulling a load and you've got weight behind you, sometimes slowing down to under the speed limit. Oh, there we go. There goes a passenger service. Class 46 passenger service. Works out better. Personal opinion. Right, just waiting for those brakes to come off because they're still slowing us down. So rubbing the wheels. There we go. The needle is at 0. Brake pipes back up to 5.5 bar. So now as we're approaching our 60, I'm not going to put the brakes on or anything. I'm just going to gently go over the speed limit, and when you haven't got the throttle in and you've got an increase in speed. Matt, it has been absolutely fine. Welcome to the stream. Good afternoon, or good morning in fact. It feels like afternoon, I've been up so long. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this. Just doing mail train. The only problem is, I'm just going to leave that there for a minute. Spot the deliberate mistake. What's missing? And if I go behind the loco, oh, no, not that camera. Doesn't like it, that one. It's not on that end either. That's what I was saying the other day, Matt. Is that it's not on any of them. But yeah, apart from that, it's a lot. Feels a lot fuller, if that makes sense. The route feels alive. So our first 47 coming the other way with some passengers, and that looked good. That coming towards. But yeah, no, it feels a lot better. It's running a lot smoother. I think the core update that was released yesterday has pretty much eliminated the desync. I think I've had it once or twice, but it has been literally for a split second. And I could have sworn you guys have done something to the 47 sound files. But for the better, not for the worse. Must just be my hearing. Cleaned my ears. Alright, so we've got just over 6.5 miles to St Austell, where we'll have a crew change. But what we were speaking about the other day, Matt, I'm looking forward to it on this route. And also on the Great Western Express. It's going to be fun. Blimey, I didn't realise that the 66 was even bigger than these. Yes, yes. Yes, we are always here for anything you need, Matt. Just fire it over to us. Right, green signal. Colour light system now, off the semaphores. Matt, I'll just point you at the Xbox Insider program that your guys making Bassmaster used on Xbox. The guys had it on the Inside Xbox, yeah, the Xbox Insider program for their beta. So in theory, you can do the same with this, I believe. Ah, cool. Well, you know where I am. You know where the shark is. You know where Tintin is. And then you know where a certain Australian guy is, if you need him. Need to get you out on the 66, Matt. Need to get that sorted. Especially as Mike 23 is going cross country soon. Which would be the best one to take you on. Come on, brakes off you come. Right, back on a semaphore signal here. believe this is Truro we're coming into here. Oh, I do love that livery on a 37. Hey, thank you for thinking of us freight drivers. What a beast of a machine. What's happened here? Come on, pal, where are you? Considerable downhill gradient. Dragging slightly. No, brakes are off. Shark, look, Sharky, what's going on here, mate? The steam pressure is at 0, which means you haven't got the boiler on. Come on, lad, if you're going to be a trainee on my loco, you need to get that kettle going. It's just not acceptable that you're not got the boiler on. Steam coming soon. But there should be steam in this one, Matt. The boiler should be on. BBIAJ, thank you very much for the host. Hope you're doing well. Oh, come on, train. Get up this hill. Hope you're doing well, my dude. Nice to see a friendly face from the forum, not a hostile one. No, I've got work, Matt. I'm going off to do the Wembley Ham Tool Wembley. So I probably won't be on now until next week at some point. But thanks for popping by. You too, my man. Right, here we go. We're 2.5 miles from our destination, St Austell, for our leg on this mail train. Paddington. Our good old Class 47 Duff. Right, we're going downhill quite substantially, so we'll take the power out and let gravity pull us down the hill. So yes guys, this is the West Cornwall Local re-release on console. Well, I was lucky enough to get it on Xbox before it got pulled. So we're just having a look at some of Matt's handiwork with the loco hauled services. You need the Northern Transpennine and the BR Heavy Freight Pack to get all of them. And that gives you access to mail trains, passenger train, loco hauled passenger trains, and a little bit more shunting action with the Gronk, the 08. But you do get to choose the Class 40, the 45 or the 47, depending on your preference for loco. Right, so we are I'm just going to put the brakes in a little bit. We've got the throttle off. Let's give ourselves 10% braking. So I'm not sure if we're going to stop or we just go off-world. I haven't done this before. Well, I have, but... it does normally mean a crew change when you're stop like a destination. Oh, the old compressor's kicked in there. I know this is one of Matt's I want to fix it as quickly as possible bugs. But it's not a light, easy job. Right, let's pop the brakes back in. Got the 60 coming up, but we're coming to the end. Oh no, still got a long old way to go. Maybe it's just a marker. Just wind it open. My bad. Where's the train? Oh, there it is. Oh, cautionary aspect. Now, why did the AWS not go off then? Weird. Trying to figure out, I can't remember whether that lever needs to be on or off. We'll wait and see if we get to the next signal and see. Oh, sound bugs. Right, well, we've got green ahead of us, so in theory we should get the bell. There we go. AWS is now working again. We have got brakes in it. Wondered why we weren't accelerating. A little bit of single line working now, but you can tell this used to be a two-track railway, because that bit there would be where the other railway or other set of tracks would have been. I'd imagine they lifted them in the 60s under the beaching cuts. Right, 8 miles to platform 2. Sharky still hasn't made a cup of tea. He's really lacking in his teammate ability. So I am going to be bringing something new to the channel over the course of the next couple of weeks. I am starting to build a shelf N-gauge layout in my office. So I will be installing a little webcam on it, doing some live streams when I start to put it together so you can see it develop. I'm going to be using Kato track, which is sort of it's a Japanese concept, and it's very, very good. It's very, very easy to lay the track, not like some of the other types. So yeah, I'm looking forward to bringing that to you. It's going to be a mixture of modern era and sort of from around this time period. And it's just going to be a very simple little station layout with a loop at either end, so we can do some shunting and some sort of, there will be a train that laps around. But yeah, looking forward to building that for you guys so you can see. I don't watch anything to do with Hornby, the shark, because they are money grabbing bar stewards that produce low grade products. Well, it's not bugger me, it's just that I find watching Pete Waterman very hard, because he's a very knowledgeable guy, but I find him a bit condescending sometimes when he's talking about it and stuff. But fair play, I did see what he did at Chester Cathedral and it was impressive. One of the guys I work with has his own YouTube channel, and went up there and did a little review on it and got talking to Pete Waterman and stuff. Yeah, but Underground Eric on YouTube, he does quite a lot of modelling stuff, but he's one of my colleagues, who I might actually, no, he's off this week, so I might see him this evening, but no, he's off. But yeah, on YouTube, Underground Eric, and his Harefield Road layout. He's based on the Metropolitan line, London Underground, and it is superb. What do you mean? You are loaded. I saw how much you get paid in the Twitch leak. You 7-figure a year man. And by 7 figures I mean that's your waistline. No, I think I'm well and truly in the bottom 10, the shark. I think you're a bit above me, mate. So 5 miles to St Austell. We're just meandering ourselves along the single line at the moment. Lots of new viewers today. Welcome, guys and girls, and anybody in between. You join us on this Mayer passenger. Am I dreaming? No, you're not, Radar. Good morning. Hope you're well. But yeah, you join us on West Cornwall Local, re-released today on consoles and Steam with the added layers by Dovetail Games, which you require the Northern Transpennine and BR Heavy Freight Pack, but it does give you a lot more variety on the route. I'm very, very good. How about yourself? Excellent news, excellent news. Let's power up this hill. There we go. These parcels and letters have got to get to London somehow. I like the way the camera just panned backwards there. That was nice. Quite a lot of chopped down trees on this route. go, green signal. AWS is still working. Right, that's a banner repeater. Not banner repeater, that's a distance signal. Which means that the next signal is clear. Coming up to a home signal, which means it's probably the end of the single line. I'm not really conversant on this route yet, so I know that the single line does finish. Because in theory the signaller can run trains in the same direction, more than one at a time. So yeah, that's the three aspects of it there. Show red, yellow or green, whereas the one before could only show a yellow or a green. And here we go, back onto the dual track. I'm off to work after this radar, so it's lovely to see you back in the channel, and I should be becoming a bit more regular again, so hopefully see you again soon. Take care, my man. Right, 1.7 miles to our destination of platform 2. That's an all stop. Right, we've got restrictive aspect signalling. Right, so let's just put our brakes at 16. Because we are coming down to a red ahead. This is where it pops out on this curve. So we'll just keep our eyes peeled for it. Won't be very far away. So like I said before, I like to scrub off lots of speed and then release my brakes and let gravity do its thing as we approach a red. Because I don't like to slip and slide and disco my way towards a red signal. I like to be in control when my wheels rolling. If that makes us late, that makes us late. There's no price on safe driving. Because if you get it wrong, well, not if you get it wrong, but if the rail head and the wheels don't want to play ball, you end up with what happened at Salisbury. And we're not in the game of that. That's not what we are trained to do. And I must commend the driver on that one. Saving a lot more lives. Well, he saved everyone's life, to be fair, because no one passed away. Yeah. Good work. Right, so we're searching for our red signal ahead, because we came through on a single yellow on the last one, because we are on 3 aspect signalling. So we will just initially apply our brakes again, because we are sort of coming into the station area now. So I'd imagine we're probably going to get held at the red somewhere near the section signal. Again, you have to be a little bit careful on this route because some of the signals have been hidden in the foliage. So just got to be careful and look for that flickering light in the bushes sometimes. Right. There's a red at the end of the platform. I'm slightly surprised there's not a signal before that though. Because that was there. That must have been the signaller's section signal back there then. And that's his home signal there. Could have been an intermediary block's home signal. Intermediary home signal. Right, this train isn't for you, folks. There's a signal box. Oh look, he's at least handing me a cup of tea out of the signal box. Thanks very much, Siggy. He can get it right, the shark. Signaller's looking after me. So as we come into the lovely St Austell on the Cornish Riviera with those palm trees. Red at the end of the platform, so we just need to be mindful of that. You alright, Tintin? Good morning. It's a lot better, Tintin. The only problem is Sharky hasn't made us a single cup of tea. Oh, still a bit short there. Yeah, it's a lot better. A lot better. Alright. Straight air in. Oh, you're absolutely... See, this is the problem. I'm approaching a red and it wants me to creep forward. Right, there we go. 58 minutes and 18 seconds. Get a gold medal. Bosh, get in. But yeah, that's a lot better than... There's a lot more to do. But we'll leave this well alone now because Sharky didn't make us a cup of tea at all. We put the train heat on, at least the postmen alert. The postmen and women in the back will get a bit of warmth. Let's get that collectible while we're here. Oh, I didn't notice that before. Rivet Games on the front there. So yeah, that is West Cornwall Local with the improved timetable And bug fixes. Lots and lots of bug fixes. Yeah, he did that to me earlier, Tintin. Oh, look, late night finish. Oh, away he goes. This is just a complete mail train, this service. Matt was in the channel earlier, Tintin, and I did point out what you're about to see. No rear tail lamp. There's a bug that still hasn't been fixed. So yeah, they're aware. Now, did I get the ice cream just down here? I don't think I did. Oh no, I've got that one. They're never... Oh, I like that. Even got the number plate sort of right for the period that this is modelled in. And again, there's a lot more on this route now, in the backgrounds and stuff. Passengers whistling. That's new. Quite a great wig you got there, mate. So yeah, the only thing that I think they could have possibly done with this route, with the expanded timetable, is, hang on, I'll show you, is actually made these work, the old PIS systems, just so you've got some sort of idea of how long you're waiting around, because you've got no idea otherwise. Like, there's no timetable poster knocking about. It is literally guesswork. Yep, got that one as well. There you can see the 156 or 150 out there. Right, what I'll do is I'll go up there and we'll have a little look and see if they've fixed the 150 as well. See what they've done. Yes, yeah, they've removed the skirts for your upskirting. So yeah, there's always one person that breaks it for everyone. Yeah, well, to be fair, it should be working straight away on this route, to be honest. Because all new routes are supposed to have the passenger information systems working, but I haven't had a chance to ask Matt yet what the plan is with them, and I forgot to ask him earlier. Right, so this is an 11:30 service to St Austell, so I'm not going to have chance to actually do this one before I have to go to work. But let's just quickly just see what the... Right, so TPWS isolated to normal. DSD normal. Don't think we've got anything else we have to do. We don't want the heating on. Train lights on. I think that's all good for this one. So let's sit in the seat. Unlock our control desk. Just want the reverser on, we don't want it in a direction. Right, so we want our marker lights on, if I can actually move my controller over the switch. We want our daylights on, and we want our tail lights off, which they are. Ah, now that's new. That didn't work before. Haha. Now that button, well, it worked, but you didn't get the engine revving its dangly bits off. Oh, that's a nice addition. So let's just have a little look down here what we got. Oh, rotating shafts. That's one for Sharky. Got some isolating cocks. That's your main reservoir isolating cock. Not sure what that one is an isolating cock for. Automatic sand reservoir isolating cock, I'd imagine. That's another isolating cock. Brake chamber isolating cock. Oh. Oh dear. Better get to a position of safety. But I'm in the cab anyway, so. Oh, yeah. That's a nice shot. Oh look, no rear tail light. Face palm moment. But yeah, there appears to have been some little bug fixes for this. So we've got the brakes on, we'll just put them into full service. And let's just... Oh. Let's just take a walk down the passenger carriage and let's have a little look. Yeah, okay. So I thought Sharky had an accident on the floor then. That's your toilet. But yeah, it's a few issues walking down the world's biggest litter bin. I don't think it is. But yeah, that's quite a nice interior. There you go, you got your guards panel there, which unfortunately doesn't work, which would have been quite good if multiplayer ever made it. One of you players the guard, one of you players the train driver. Alright, so we've just checked the train, there's no lost property or anything. Priority seats. Ah, look. Well played, Rivet. Little round of applause for Rivet Games, everybody. Spot the deliberate mistake on the West Cornwall Local map. Anybody? Can anybody see the problem there? I can't zoom in any further for you, but yeah. Okay, we'll move swiftly on. Is it the same on this one? Yes, it is the same on that one. Morning, Rogan. Oh, shit, what's happened here? Pardon my French. But yeah, overall, it appears that the tweaks and the bug fixes have been made. Can we open this door? Oh, hello. Oh dear. Oh, you can multi them up. Ah, that's impressive, because if you can then put another one on the front and have them as a 4-car walkthrough. Because if we then, as you can see, there's the... Although you can't actually climb back in if you fall out. So we have to go this way. Oh, I like that. That's a nice feature. Now, hopefully, if you have to couple them together, that could be one of the tasks in the coupling up. Yeah, I don't use that on the Xbox, unfortunately, BBIAJ, but thank you for the tip. But if anybody hadn't realised, St Earth was on there twice when one of them should have been St Ives. Right, let's just turn that on, because that signal there means don't you go anywhere. Right, let me just check and see what the traffic's like going to work today. Right. Hopefully we will have enough time to do a little run on this one. Let's just see what the traffic says. Because if the traffic says no, I'm going to have to go. Oh, we got plenty of time. Yes, I can do another route. I can do this one. So, I will be right back in a moment. I'm back. Right, Tintin, I see you asked a question about filming in Class 66 cabs. It's a big no-no. Then it's not allowed at any company. And the person that I think you're referring to, Driver's Eye View UK, yeah, there's a reason he hasn't posted anymore, and his Twitter doesn't exist anymore. Right, so have we got tail lights on the rear? No, we've got marker lights on the rear. So we need to, before we start, try not to decapitate ourselves on the fluorescent lighting as we try and walk down the seats. We want to... Why is it not? Whereabouts are we? Headlights are off. Oh, it's fiddly. have to sit down in this one. There we go. Red lights are on the rear. I don't know who Don Coffey is. What company does he work for? Because I know that Team Green and Team Blue are big no-nos on filming in cabs. I have asked and been told no. Alright, there we go. We're ready to rock and roll. So where does this service go, I wonder? Oh, I might not have time to do it all the way to Penzance. But what I will do is I'll probably take it to St... no, I won't be able to take it to St. Earth. We'll probably just go to Truro with this one. But let's get... Penzance at that end. I think it stays as St Austell at that end. So, yep. So sorry for the waiting around, guys, but we are about ready to depart now. So we're going to be dropping into that platform on the down. We're going to go across these points when that little ground position light comes off there. I want 2 white lights at 45 degrees from Sierra Alpha 1, which means St Austell 1. The signalling box is at the end of the platform, so it's a locally controlled signal. Alright, there we go. There's our 2 white lights. We'll release our brake. Hang on, what's going on here? That's why. Yeah, now it's registering we're going uphill. So yeah, I don't know how they've recorded in cabs, Tintin. Right, so we're doing St Austell to Truro, so it's about 20 minutes and then I will have to go and get ready to go to work. Right, so here we go. First station of the morning. Yeah, it might be something that his company have allowed him to do, or he's done there from before. Before the rules came into play, depending on who he's with. Right, let's close our doors. Right, away we go. Yep, cheers Tintin. Have an ad. Ah, there's another 150. Nice. Oh, sorry, I made you have an advert. Interesting AWS there for a green. Right, we're at full throttle though. We're climbing up a 1.2 gradient. So I have enabled, I believe, vigilance. Yeah, everything's normal, which you couldn't do before because there was no audible alert. When your DVD went off. So fingers crossed that's fixed. Ooh. Was not expecting that. Single yellow. Right, we're going uphill, so I'm just going to release the brakes and we'll roll along. But we're searching for our red signal. It'll probably be green, but obviously something going on ahead. I know we go to the single line in a minute, but let's give it a little bit of juice. Oh, back comes the D-res. Right, we're at green. So we will full throttle as we're expecting that to be at red. But has the signaller taken anything out of the yard and put it out in front of us? Doesn't look like it, but it is single line, so it'd be nice to see some trains there at the back of that siding waiting to come out. Maybe there is at some points of the day. Right, that's us at 65, so we'll throttle off. Just check our brakes are released, and then we'll just go to, just give them a little rub. Yeah, so there is also the 101 on this route now as well, which I forgot because I didn't see it when I was in my train selection screen. So I'm going to need to investigate why that hasn't appeared. Hey, there we go. There's our DSD, DVD, whatever you want to call it, on this one. But as you can see, I'm not accelerating, we're just letting Mother Nature do its thing. So quite a lot of little features work on this loco. EMU, DMU, whatever you want to call it. Piece of crud. Dog box. Ooh, they're back again. They're worse now than they were before the patch. So I'll feed that back. So 8 miles in 8 minutes. Challenge accepted. Right, so we haven't had a signal for a while, but that is because we're on the single line. So it's only us on this bit of railway, one would hope. Don't want any unpleasant surprises coming the other way. So you've got your sand, guard buzzer works. Yet the guard panel doesn't, which is a shame. Coupling switch. The doors open and doors close. Engine start buttons and stop buttons. Oh. Doing a sharky. Right, there's our first signal for a while. This is a nice relaxing route. There's plenty to do now that they've added in the extra layers. So you've gone from 67 on the default, if you don't have the layers, to 98 on the which is a nice uplift, and that's all loco, hauled and shunting services, so that's quite a lot of fleshing out of the timetable. Yeah, you can use an 08 to move wagons around down at Penzance. Alright, so we're 4.5 miles now from Truro, where this stream will terminate, because I have to go to work. I can't really put it off for much longer, otherwise trains will be late away. Right, full throttle it again. So yeah, Sharky's favourite of the 101s on the route now, and that runs the St Ives to St Erth shuttles. I don't think you can run it on the St Austell to Penzance part. I think it's only literally the shuttle. So we'll see what's in. Oh, we're not going down as far as St Erth, are we? No, I don't have the time to go all the way down there. But we'll have a quick look in the menus just to make sure I didn't miss it earlier. Good old cab secure radio. Don't ask me how it works, got no idea. But it's a very basic form of telephone. Runs on the FM band. Come on, little 150. Up some speed going down this hill. Come on. There we go. Horn isn't accurate, but still sounds reasonably good. Right, we've got 1.5 miles to Truro. Right, so we've got 1 mile until a 30-mile-an-hour speed restriction, so we'll just pop a bit of brake in. So are we going to slow down in time as we are coming down quite a substantial bank into Truro? The answer is I believe so. So the semaphore signal there, Truro signal box controlled. Right, as we're now going back uphill again, we'll just release our brakes. And again, let nature take the strain. No point wearing out our brake pads if the incline's going to slow us down. So there's our 30 board. Here we go, Truro. Not as busy as I was expecting. Clearly no one wants to go to the seaside today. It looks like they've fixed the braking problem. Yeah, the brakes have stayed on. Alright, so we will vacate the seat and we will let the AI take over. Because I have got to get ready and go to work, otherwise people will moan at me. But yes, West Cornwall Local, well worth a look at. If you were on the fence before, they have made quite a few changes that have worked out for the better. It is a lot better now. So what we can see is if we go into timetable mode, you can see you've got your class 47 4s, your 45 1s, your 37 5s, your little 08 shunters, two different variants, one clean, one not so clean, and that one's got the shunting light. So that's a slightly older version, and that's an overhauled version, which is a nice addition. You've got your class 40, and again you've got both types of headlight box on that. You've got the head code box and the, I like to call them the flaps, because I don't know how else to do them, but you can set them to how the train's running. Oh, that's a nice discount there for PlayStation owners. So there's the 101. It is in. So you do have the old clutch down, full throttle. And then you've got your 150, which was the original one that came with the route. So there's plenty there now to do. So got quite a few pilot loco release shunting moves down at Penzance, and what that means is the loco hauled services go into the bay platform. So a bay platform is a dead end platform, because at Penzance there is a through platform to the left of the station, and that means you take your little pilot and you go and hook it on the back of the train, and then you pull them out into the sidings, and then you drop the train down back into the platform, and then the loco runs around and goes on. But yes, thank you very much for watching, everybody, and I shall see you all next week. But thanks for stopping by.